Assistant Special Agent in charge for the FBI for the state of Michigan.
Okay. Mr. Jeff, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Very happy to be here.
So what do you think about the activities of the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce and what they bring to the community and to Metro Detroit in general?
I think it's been outstanding. I mean, the Chamber of Commerce does a lot of great things in our community here in southeastern Michigan. As the FBI, it's great to have partnered with them and be engaged with the chamber.
Hope you enjoy the day tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we're now with Mr.
Senator Mike Koval. I'm the senator for the 15th Senate District, which Shenandoah is right in the middle of.
Yeah. How are you tonight?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit, what do you think about the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce in general, all the activities and the role in the community?
Well, the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce play an integral role with the economy here in southeastern Michigan, and in particular Oakland County. We even have L. Brooks Patterson here tonight because we're celebrating right along with the Chaldean community all their efforts and gains that they've achieved over the year.
And what do you think of the Chaldean business owners in general? Do you think they have an impact on the market of the area around here?
Absolutely. The Chaldeans are extremely hardworking people. They're ambitious. They're not afraid to put as much effort into it as what's necessary, and great family values, and they all have pretty daughters.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
You too. Thanks. So we're now with Senator Matt. How are you tonight?
Yes, thank you. And what a great event again. This is about my 12th year in a row coming. And it's always absolutely amazing, the opportunity to get together with old friends, but also talk about the impact on the community with leaders of the state and from the federal government. Congratulations.
Thank you. Mr. Matt, what do you think of the activities of the Chaldean of Chambers in general in the community, their impact in the community?
The activities at the Chaldean Chamber are absolutely amazing. Just this morning, I was at a meeting with mental health professionals, and the Chaldean community was talked about what you do for the outreach. And that's just one of the small examples of how important it is.
And what about the Chaldean businesses, the business owners? How that impacting the market in Metro Detroit in general?
Well, I'm very blessed to have Sam Kasab, a dear friend, as a business partner, so I know firsthand the hard-working ethics of the Chaldean community, and it's just absolutely amazing. And continuing, we're seeing the input of the Chaldean community upon our state.
Brian Kelly, Lieutenant Governor.
How are you tonight?
Doing great. This is the place to be. So many strong community leaders that make Michigan stronger, and the bonds in this community, they're amazing. So it's just an honor to be here.
Is it your first year at this event, or you attend the event every year?
No, I come to this event each year, but actually I'm here at Shenandoah all the time also. It seems like this is always the place to be.
So what do you think about the Chaldean Chamber role in the community and the impact?
The Chaldean Chamber of Commerce has had such a profound impact on the overall upward growth in our state, whether it's economically or the strength of our communities, the strength of the families. It's just a really strong community that I'm so proud of.
And what do you think of the Chaldean business owners and their impact on the market in Metro Detroit area?
The entrepreneurial spirit of Chaldean business owners, it really does capture that uniquely American spirit. It's just part of the fabric of our community, and we're stronger because of them.
نعم أنا طلب رئيس الوزراء الدكتور حيدر عبادي أنه أترشح كمسيحي مستقل عن قائمة النصر التي هي قائمتي، ومنحت الرقم 7 باعتباري من أفضل المرشحين العشرة الموجودين بالقائمة، وأراد أن يكون في قائمتي شخص مسيحي يستطيع أن يصل إلى جميع المسيحيين في العراق، داخل العراق وخارج العراق. وأنا الآن في جولة في الولايات المتحدة لأشرح للجميع أهمية وجود صوت مسيحي قوي مثقف ومستقل داخل مركز القرار الذي هو رئاسة الوزراء، وإن شاء الله ننجح أن نمثل جميع المسيحيين وجميع العراقيين الذين يحتاجون إلى مساعدتنا في هذه الموضع.
يعني أنت حاليا هنا تعيش أو تعيش في مكانه؟
لا، أنا أعيش في بغداد ولي موقع أيضا في شيكاغو، عائلتي في شيكاغو، ولكنني أقضي 50 أو 60% من وقتي في بغداد، ولهذا أنا رجل أعمال، ولهذا طلب رئيس الوزراء أن أكون صوته إلى المسيحيين، وإن شاء الله نقوم بذلك بشكل مهني وصحيح، ونخدم جميع أبنائنا وأخواننا المسيحيين في جميع الأمور، وإن شاء الله إذا نجحنا سأفتح مكتب كنائب في مدينة ديترويت للتواصل المستمر في هذا الموضوع.
واحنا اكيد نتمنى لك النجاح بالانتخابات، اكيد هذا الشيء فرحنا ان يكون عندنا واحد من جاليتنا بالحكومه العراقيه، فنتمنى لك النجاح اكيد.
Thank you very much. شكرا جزيلا، وتحية لجميع اخواننا، واتمنى لهم الحياة المدينة والسعادة الدائمة. شكرا.
Michael Warren, Oakland County Circuit Court Judge. I'm also the co-founder of Patriot Week.
Okay. Is that your first year attending this event, or you usually come every year?
This is my first year. I'm very excited. This is a fantastic crowd, both in number and in quality.
So what do you think of the Chaldean Chamber in general, their activity, their impact on the community in general?
Well, I've been learning a lot about them recently. They are a very impressive organization. They're true leaders in the community. They do great work, not only within the business community, but in the community in general. So I'm really pleased to be able to learn more about them and enjoy tonight's activities.
And what do you think of the businesses, the Chaldean business owners in Metro Detroit, and how that's impacting the market?
Well, I'll tell you, the Chaldean business owners are the salt of the earth. They work really hard every single day. Many entrepreneurs, some of them are new immigrants that started new businesses, some that have been here for a generation or two. Metro Detroit is very blessed to have the Chaldean community, business community, and it's missed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Warren.
Pleasure is all mine. God bless you and God bless America.
It's a huge impact on the community, and you can tell by the crowd how respected the community is, both in community involvement and financial resources in terms of businesses and that sort of thing. So every candidate who's running for something significant is here tonight. It says a lot about the organization in a positive way. You know, people always want to be around influential communities and people who can help to move a community forward, move the state forward. And so this is, I think, the 15th year. It's probably very few have I missed in the last 15 years, and it's because it's the right place to be for the right reason.
So you attend the event every year, almost every year?
Almost. I might have missed a couple along the line somewhere, but no, it's a regular thing on my schedule. I have a lot of friends here, and as I said, the community's been very supportive of me over the years in different elected offices I've been in, and you know.
We're now with Mrs. Bayan. She's representing the Kurdistan Regional Government based in Washington. How are you tonight?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So what do you think about the event in general and the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce, all their activities, the impact on the community?
Well, from what I see, I think the Chaldean community in Michigan is the most successful diaspora community of Iraq, including Kurds, Arabs, Arabs, Muslims, Christians, Yazidis. From what I see, the community here has been here a long time. They've established businesses. There is a whole generation of professionals, doctors, lawyers, journalists. All of that is great, especially because they still operate as one community, even though they have also fitted into American society. So I think for the rest of us from Iraq, from Kurdistan, it's an excellent example. And from what I see, the Chaldean U.S. Chamber of Commerce is very successful. They generate an enormous amount of revenue every year. And they plow that money back into their own community in Michigan. So they're helping the state of Michigan, and they're helping Chaldean businesses and families. It's really something that we should all be very proud of.
This is Lena Epstein, running for the Congress. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, thank you. So what do you think about the event? Is that your first time attending this event?
I have attended the Chaldean Chamber dinner for many years. I am proud to be supportive of the community, and I look forward to serving the citizens of Michigan's 11th District.
And what do you think about the role of the chamber, Chaldean Chamber in general, in the community and their impact in the community?
The Chamber is incredibly instrumental in promoting businesses in the region, in Southeast Michigan in particular. I think that it speaks to the number of people that are here tonight. The amount of excitement speaks to the power and the influence of the Chamber. I'm very proud to support the Chamber and to be here tonight.
And what do you think of the Chaldean business owners in general and how they are impacting the market in Metro Detroit?
The Chaldean business owners exemplify faith, family, and small business. I'm a small business owner. I work with many members of the Chaldean Chamber. We work together to grow the economy. It's amazing to see such hardworking citizens. I'm proud to work alongside them. I'm proud to be a friend, and I look forward to serving all of you in Michigan's 11th District. My name is Lena Epstein, and I'm running for the United States Congress. Great to be here.
Thank you. We're now with Judge Augustini. How are you tonight?
Good. Thanks so much for letting me talk to your viewers tonight.
So you attend this event every year. What do you think of the...
You know what? I love this event. It's always just filled with wonderful people and exciting, I guess, job creation by all of these people. Martin does a great job putting this event on, and you guys are always here to cover it. You know, I'd like to congratulate the people who are getting awards, from the ACLU to Renee Lacia-Atro and everyone who's getting an award tonight.
And so you're running for the election?
I'm running for re-election this year, yes. I've been on the bench for 18 years, and if you live in West Bloomfield, Birmingham, Bloomfield Township, Hills, Kego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake, consider voting for me again.
Sure.
Please.
Of course. What do you think about the impact of the chamber, Chaldean Chamber, on the community in general?
Well, you can tell by the size of this crowd that the chamber has a huge impact, not just for Chaldeans, but the entire community and the entire state. It always just, I find it so fascinating, you know, the amount of people that attend and sponsor. It's because, you know, it's a great chamber and there's a lot of job growth created by this chamber. So congratulations to the chamber, really, for the wonderful job that they've done in a short period of time.
And what do you think of the Chaldean business owners in general and how they are impacting the market in Metro Detroit?
Well, Chaldean business owners, you know, I have a love for our Chaldean business owners. Hard workers, innovative, new ideas, you know, creating job opportunities for our young people. Listen, God bless them all.
And we're now with
Chief Mike Patton from the West Bloomfield Township Police Department.
How are you tonight?
I'm very nice. It's always nice to be here. This is a great event here in West Bloomfield tonight. Very well attended, as I think everyone can see. And not only that, but it's really a great event because so many people in the community are getting honored and recognized tonight. And we're very proud to be a part of that community that we serve as the police department.
What do you think of the impact of the Chaldean Chamber on the area?
Well, it's a huge draw. It's like a magnet. It's one of the what I call the jewels of West Bloomfield. It really makes West Bloomfield an attractive and desirable place to live and work. So we're very proud to have them not only part of the community, but have this facility here and the Chaldean Cultural Center in particular here in West Bloomfield.
And What do you think of the business owners, the Chaldean business owners in general?
Well, they're a big part of the community, and look, they bring vibrancy. They're all very hardworking, and they're all very dedicated. They have great families, and again, we're very proud to be their police department.
I'm Dan Christ, and I am running for Oakland County Circuit Court. There's an open position on the court. Judge Wendy Potts is retiring, and so I've been an attorney in Oakland County for 27 years. And what is important in this race is that courts are really important, and experience really matters. And I have the right experience and the right temperament to serve the people of Oakland County.
And we'll vote for you.
I sure hope so. Please, it's a nonpartisan race, so it's way at the bottom of the ballot, but hopefully people will consider me when it comes time to vote and allow me to help serve the county of Oakland County.
What do you think of the Chaldean Chamber in general and the impact on the community?
I think it's a fantastic organization, and first of all, it's an unbelievable event that you have this evening. But the amount of community engagement for the betterment of the community is really, really astounding and really wonderful.
I'm Melissa Slotkin. I'm running for Congress in Michigan's 8th District, so that's Lansing, Ingham County, Livingston, and North Oakland County, Rochester Hills.
Is that your first time at this event, or you attended?
For sure. It is my first time. It's amazing. It's crazy busy. It's awesome. It's a great event.
Always busy, actually. Yeah. So what do you think of the Chaldean Chamber and their impact on the community in general?
Yeah, I think, listen, my entire background is in national security. I served 3 tours in Iraq. I met my husband, who's an Army officer in Iraq, so I have a real emotional attachment to the issues that are dear and dear to the hearts of Chaldeans, to Iraqi Christians. So I just think it's amazing to see the community organize, fight for what they believe in, represent all the entrepreneurs, all the businessmen who are such a powerful force in Michigan. It's amazing. And then, of course, because of my experience, I've traveled in Mosul and Nineveh, in the Nineveh Plains. I know the area. I've been to some of these areas. I just feel a real strong connection, and people have been wonderful. Yeah.
What do you think of the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce, all the activities, their role in the community?
The Southfield Chamber and the Chaldean Chamber have been very active in the community. There are all kinds of things that are going on. I try to attend as many events as I possibly can. I was just at the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce Christmas party at the Regency back at the holidays, and now I'm here. I've been in Shenandoah many times for events, and it's always jam-packed. The support that the community has for its programs and its projects is phenomenal. I love it. I love coming. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We're now with Mr. Martin Mena, the president of the Chaldean Chamber. How are you tonight?
Good, thank you.
So this is one of my favorite events out of all the events.
Can you say that to everyone?
Sure, I will. So tell us about the chamber in general, what's new in the chamber, any new activities coming?
Well, we're a growing chamber. You can see here there's a lot of people that are very active and involved with the organization. And then we have a lot of work that's going on in our community, really trying to help people understand the contributions Chaldeans are making in this region. And I think we've had a positive impact on that. And then there's a lot going on at our foundation. We're adding 20,000 square feet to our facility, and we'll be doing some new housing for our refugee community very soon. So a lot going on.
And how many members in the chamber right now?
We have about 975 members that own 4,000 businesses.
So what do you think the impact of all the business owners, the Chaldean business owners on the Metro Detroit area, how is that impacting the market?
Well, D-Business did an article a couple years ago, and they said that Chaldeans contribute $10.7 billion a year to the economy here. But you can see it anywhere you go in any type of business. The new generation's more educated, but they're still entrepreneurs, and they're big contributors to the economy. Even our newcomers, our new Americans in areas like Macomb and Warren and Sterling Heights, and those areas are making a big impact on opening new businesses, buying new homes. So all in all, the community is doing very well financially.
We're now with Judge Viano. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to be here with the Chaldean Chamber.
Great. great to see you every year supporting the community. Thank you so much.
The community has been such a big part of my life, and of course my wife Niran and our beautiful children. But the community has always supported me in my endeavors through politics and through the court system. And so I'm very, very happy to be back and be part of this and to see how strong this organization has become, and what a great turnout tonight. So, and really the good work they do in the community, in particular the foundation for the new arrivals to our country.
And what do you think of the impact of the Chaldean Chamber on the Metro Detroit area?
I'm sorry, on the major?
The impact of the Chaldean Chamber on the Metro Detroit area, like the community.
It's amazing. It's amazing to watch how the community has evolved and moved from Detroit to here in West Bloomfield, but also into Macomb County and Sterling Heights, where we live, and Shelby Township, and to go to the beautiful churches. I was actually married at St. George, and so it's really, and the church is growing and it's thriving, and it's amazing to see. I just think the Chaldeans have had such an amazing impact on our community, and I'm fortunate now to have my wife and our children. We have 4 children who are Chaldeans, so we're very, very proud.
God bless your family.
Thank you, thank you. Have a great night.
I've been attending for years, and boy, there's a lot of energy in the room tonight, a big crowd, so I think a lot that's kind of indicative of the economy's doing a lot better. A lot of business people here, I think their businesses are doing better, and there's a lot of excitement here tonight.
And you're running for Congress?
I am. I'm a candidate for Congress in the Michigan 13th. I'm running as a Democrat. That makes up Detroit and a lot of the suburban areas around Detroit. So the campaign's going very well, and you can follow our campaign on BillWildForCongress.com or on Facebook.
So what do you think about the Chamber, the activities of Chamber, the impact on the community in general of the Chaldean Chamber?
Well, they do an incredible job. They've really done a nice job of activating business people. I really appreciate the Chaldean business folks that have actually invested in my hometown of Westland, and we're starting to see more and more of that investment. And what I really like about it is there's a lot of cities in southeast Michigan are struggling, and I like to see the Chaldean businessmen, they're entrepreneurs, they're coming in, taking on a lot of risk, and actually helping to turn around a lot of communities and offering a lot of jobs as well.
It's good to be here. Like I said, past chairman, but it's good to be here and see everybody. It's a great group of people here. I love this. This is the best, one of the best events of the year, in my opinion, to be here.
I was just telling Martin the same thing. It's one of my favorite events actually in the community.
Yes, it is. You can't go wrong. Yeah. You see this? You see everybody over here? It's a good night.
It is. So, what do you think about the impact of the chamber, the Chaldean Chamber, on Metro Detroit area in general?
I'll tell you one thing. The chamber is doing a lot. And I say this almost every year, but more and more every year, I see them doing more, getting more involved, helping out the community more, getting involved with the city of Detroit, with everybody. And you can't go wrong with the chamber doing so much, especially for the community and for others besides the communities. And now with the expansion, hopefully, of the foundation, adding another 18,000 square feet, that's how much work these guys are doing. They're running out of room so fast, it was ridiculous. So you can't go wrong with them. This one thing about this chamber, it does so much. It's the best thing out there. And we thank God that we have something like this for our community.
How are you tonight?
Well, yeah, I'm good. I'm recovering from my accident 5 years ago, but don't let the wheelchair fool you. I'm pretty healthy and out and about doing my political chores.
Hope you get better soon. So what do you think about the event tonight and the role of the chamber in general, the impact on the community of the Chaldean Chamber?
Well, I think you can tell by the turnout what the event is all about. It's extremely successful. Probably one of the best meet and greet opportunities in politics. I mean, I look around the room, there's congressmen, there's state Supreme Court justices, some lowly county executives, Ward Evans is here for Wayne County. So you look around and people come here for a reason. The Chaldean community, especially the chamber here, is in a position to make things happen. And God knows we got to make things happen here in Michigan. Our schools and crime and so forth, roads. How about that one? So we're all here to promote stronger, government in Lansing to get the job done.
Well, I hope you enjoy the event, enjoy the night. Thank you so much.
No, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
I am Coleman Alexander Young, the 2nd State Senator, 1st District, candidate for Congress in the 13th.
How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm phenomenal. This is the premier event to be. I'm just happy to be here.
Is that your first time attending this event, or you?
I've been here for a lot of times. It gets better every time I've been here too. Phenomenal. Food is great. People are great. The event's great. It's for a great cause. Just glad to be here.
What do you think of the activities of the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce, their impact on the community?
Well, look, I think it's very important that we celebrate your culture and that you also honor what they do. I mean, these are some of the most hardest working people you'll ever meet. These are people who really embody not just the Christian faith and the principles of Christianity, but also the sweat of their brow and pulling their resources and coming together for the greater good. And they also are not just about helping themselves, but also about lifting other people up. Because, as one person once said, that greatness is lifting while you climb. And that's what the Chaldean people do, and that's what they're doing here, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Election.
Yes, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here in Middle Eastern America. Always glad to be with you guys. I'm MEA, I know I'm in the right place. Take care now.
I'm doing great. Ahlan. Assalamu alaikum. Shlaman lokum. Thank you for being here. In all languages.
Well, always great to see you in all events, Glenn. Thank you.
Thank you. All great to be here. The Chamber, Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce, doing a fantastic job. MEA is here with Wali Jahdan, strong supporters, and when we all come together, we're able to do more things and bigger and better things. And you look at the community's presence, how many people are here, public officials, diverse community, old, young, black, white, people from the east side of town and the west side of town, all contributing to the same cause, which is job creation, business, making sure there's growth, paychecks for people, everything that you could think of. I mean, the Chaldean Chamber and the Chaldean community contributing $11 billion, and by extension, we're talking about these are the drivers in the state of Michigan who are contributing to the economy. So keep supporting, keep watching, keep supporting those that are involved, and hope you could support me in August 7th for United States Congress, Clint Kesto in the 11th District.
Chamber of Commerce, it's very essential to any business networking in anywhere in the world. So having that as a part of the community organization is certainly strengthen the name of the Chaldeans, and of course among other organizations, it just give us more legitimacy to be a people of business and connect with each other, not just among the Chaldean himself, but also with the other communities in Michigan, and of course the United States as well, the other states as well.
So tell us a little bit about the book that you wrote. Just gonna put a picture of the book. It's called the Chaldean
Iraqi American Association of Michigan.
Okay.
This is regarding the most prestigious organization in Michigan, Chaldean organization that is. We will be celebrating our 75th anniversary on April 25th in this club, and it will be in these halls. So the event is gonna, of course, the program will include speaking about the book for about 20 minutes and to tell the 75 years of service to the community, of course. That was 1943, April 23rd, yes.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is the 15th year in a row the Chamber has held this award dinner, and tonight is another sellout. Thank you again for attending and for your support. Mike?
Thank you, Dr. Elias. Dr. Elias is one of our best board members at the Chamber, a leader of the Chaldean Physicians Association, Project Bismuth, which takes care of health care and health needs of indigent and poor people. And Doc, it's a pleasure to co-chair tonight's event with you.
Thank you.
We have a very good program, the Grand Bargain. Martin has very specific instructions about time. He's threatened pretty much all the speakers, including me. So the bargain is, and I hear a light roar coming from my right, coming from the left, is that if we can have about 40 minutes of cooperation and quiet, we will move the program along nicely. We have something, I think, I'm not sure where it stands right now, very special planned tonight by way of a phone call from a very important person. Martin and our MC are working on that in terms of logistics. And I'm not going to bring the honorees up now. They'll come up after their individual videos, but I want to take a moment to say a few words about each. Congressman Sandy Levin was elected to the Michigan Senate in 1965, 1 year before I was born. And I'm not a spring chicken anymore. That means that he's been in the public policy and public service arena for literally a half a century. I'm not sure if his brother Carl is here today, but if you combine their public service as two brothers, they have served the Michigan citizens for a combined 100 years. Truly remarkable. Martin has been telling me how hard Congressman Levin's been working on the issue of deportation and the detainee issue. We're talking to him weekly, meetings all the time, visiting families that are involved directly that have detainees. And I know that for many years, 35 years or so, he's been pretty much back and forth to Michigan and Washington, D.C. I've known him my whole life. He was my family's congressman in Southfield in the 70s and 80s. But I didn't know this because I stopped keeping track. But with that kind of schedule that he keeps, time goes by. Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Levin is 87 years old. That's not something I would normally do. 86. Sandy, I did it twice on my phone calculator, I swear. He's been a tireless advocate for the Chaldean community and a lifelong friend. We'll hear more about him a little bit later. The American Civil Liberties Union is a defender of free speech, due process, immigration rights, and many other things. The Michigan chapter has taken the lead in fighting the deportation issue with tremendous zeal, tremendous energy, and great sincerity, and we appreciate it so much. They have not been alone. Some of their partners have included nonprofit organizations and private law firms that have done pro bono work, including the Jaffe Law Firm. I know that Jeff Weiss and Justin Hanna are here, Mike Jacobson and Adam Kessler. The Feiger Law Firm, the Michigan Immigrants' Rights Center, the Immigration Reform Project, Code Legal Aid, Nora Johanna, and Nadine Kalushu. The Honigman Law Firm, Senator Carl Levin of council, still goes to work. I don't know why, but he does. And the Miller Canfield Law Firm. Well, leading this effort has been the Michigan chapter of the ACLU, and they are this year's Chamber's Humanitarian of the Year. Renee Lacia-Acho, hyphenated, that's for you, Richie. Took the Oakland County real estate market by storm over 10 years ago and has never looked back. Today she ranks among the top 1% of realtors nationally. But I've known her whole life. And I would say that more important than that accomplishment is that she's a great mother, a great wife, and a ton of fun to be around. In the Year of the Woman, this year's Businesswoman of the Year is Renee Lacia-Acho. My last job tonight is to bring up a guy that over 15 years ago, when he was a lot younger, had an idea. The result of that idea is before us tonight. He's taken that idea and turned it into one of the largest, most successful, and best-run ethnic chambers in the entire country. He works the corridors of powers in Washington and Lansing like better than anybody that I've seen. My partner, Kevin Denhow, was with him in Washington a couple weeks ago, and he told me that he's never seen anything like it. You know, some people like to tear things down. Martin is a builder, a community builder. The Chaldean community benefits every single day from his considerable talent, energy, and leadership skills. Ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Director of the Chaldean Chamber, Martin Mena.
Thank you, Mike. How about a round of applause for Dr. Elias and Mike Sarafa? Congressman Levin, this is important. I had no idea you're 86 years old, sir. He called me a few weeks ago and he said, I'm going to pick you up and we're going to go see Sam and Nahrain Hammama. And when I got in the car with him, I was so nervous. But now I understand. You know, I thought you were 65 years old. And the fact that you got us there safely, sir, I'm really, really happy about that. Okay, we have a lot of wonderful guests here tonight, so I wanted to save Mojo from having to go through all the announcements of the dignitaries. So join me in welcoming our beloved Bishop, His Excellency Bishop Ibrahim. Ibrahim is with us tonight. We'll be doing the invocation later today. We also have with us Dr. Mustafa Ahmed. He is the Iraqi Consul General with us tonight. Thank you for coming, sir. Also joining us and representing the Kurdistan Regional Government tonight, coming to us from Washington, is Ms. Bayan Sami Abdurrahman from Washington, D.C. Welcome. A great personal friend, our senior senator. Please welcome Senator Debbie Stabenow tonight. If you don't know this about the senator, she's really been a great friend to the community. More recently has been supporting a lot of funding for humanitarian relief to help address the ongoing refugee crisis. She's also sponsored a resolution that passed the Senate that refers to acts of violence against religious minorities by ISIS. She helped label that genocide, label the acts of ISIS a genocide, and she's also called upon the President to appoint a special envoy to promote religious freedom for religious minorities in the Near East and South Central Asia. Thank you very much, Senator. I've really gotten to know Congressman Mullin over the last few years. He was in the state Senate. Now he's representing the community from Midland in Washington, D.C., and he's become one of our strongest advocates. And I can't thank him enough for all the work that he's doing. We're going to hear from him in a little bit to talk about what he's done more recently. You might have heard it today in the news. But Congressman, we can't thank you enough for the dedication to help those that are persecuted. God bless you. Obviously, we have Congressman Levin. Congressman Bishop is also here. But this is the district of Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence. And frankly, if I didn't bring her up here, there was going to be some trouble. So Congresswoman, join me up and show some love for the people. This is your district. Say hello to them. Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence.
I want to say good evening to everyone, and I want to say that from my early days, being on the school board in the city of Southfield, then the mayor, hello? I want to say from the early years of being elected to the school board of the city of Southfield, then to city council, then to mayor, and now as your congresswoman, the Chaldean community has been an extension of my community. People who in this room who have supported me, advised me, supported me, I have supported them, and the success that I've seen of generations of the investment that the Chaldean community has made in our community in Michigan and in the world is something I'm very proud of. I also want to say thank you. And I know my colleague, Congressman Mullin, and I really enjoy telling people what a Chaldean is, because when I say my district is rich with the Chaldean community, they say, what's a Chaldean? So I really want you to know that from standing with you in protest, from writing letters to ICE, to demanding a meeting about what is happening, and standing with my colleague, Congressman Mullin, to sign a resolution to stop the deportation of the Chaldean community. I stand with you today. You need us more than ever. And I want you to know that I I am your sister. I love you. God bless you. And I was supposed to tell everyone what a great, great man Martin Mena is.
I told her she couldn't speak next year unless we heard something like that, but okay, thank you very much, Congresswoman. We also have with us Mr. Derek Hoffman, who is the political chief for Iraq at the U.S. State Department. Derek, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Our relationship with the State Department's much better now that you guys support Christians. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't taking a jab, guys, so sorry. Also with us tonight, you know, when the governor's out of town, you call the lieutenant governor governor. So welcome Governor Brian Kelly. Give him a round of applause. Perhaps that's something to come, right? We also have with us candidate for governor, Miss Gretchen Whitmer. And Attorney General Bill Schuette. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We have several members from the Michigan State Senate, led by our Senate Majority Leader, Mr. Arlen Meekhoff. Please give him a round of applause. And the Speaker of the House, Mr. Tom Leonard. Welcome, sir. We also have with us Mr. Clint Custo from the, also from the House of Representatives. Welcome, Mr. Clint. And there's about 40 or 50 other members from the House and Senate. All you got to do is offer them a free dinner. They show up, folks. Please stand up and be recognized. Where are you? There's plenty of them. Thank you very much. Please don't cut our funding. Okay, we have some law enforcement present too. Shh, I'm almost done. Representing the FBI, we have the special agent in charge. I don't think he's here, but members from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and also the special agent in charge of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Mr. Tim Plankin. Please recognize them for coming tonight. And I also want to recognize the West Bloomfield Township Police Chief, Mr. Chief Patton, who's been keeping us safe. So Chief has a lot of undercover cops here tonight, so watch what you do. And crime is down some 90% today. There's no card playing while this event's going on. Lastly, I want to recognize that we have several Supreme Court justices here. Justice Viviano, Clement, Bernstein. I might have forgot one other. Wilder. Guys, they could vote on something tonight. Thank you very much. God bless you. Justice Viviano married a Chaldean, so he's honorary. Thank you, sir. And we also want to recognize the remaining prosecutors, commissioners, mayors, supervisors, council members. I think Detroit City Council President Brenda Jones is here. God bless you, ma'am. Thank you for coming. Several trustees, council members, police chiefs, other elected officials and public servants, led by our own Judge Diane DiAugustini and Judge Hala Jarbo. Please stand, all of you, and let's recognize them all. Thank you very much for coming. We did invite members of Homeland Security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They didn't show. Okay. Share your story tonight if you can. We'd love to keep these in our memory, so it's hashtag CACC Gala throughout the night. We'd love to continue to share these stories. I still call it Pound. You know how old I am. But last thing I want to say is we very much appreciate all of your support. Honestly, this event has been going on for 15 years. It's not easy getting 900 people to come together to enjoy an evening. and your sponsorship and your support is really appreciated for our organization. I want to thank Bass and Tanya Robin. They've done a wonderful job of supporting us over the last few years. Because of that, they now have a Cadillac dealership. So give them some love. I appreciate that. I mean, I don't want to take credit for Cadillac, but okay. You guys always wonder why we bring Mojo. And just so you know, we're 15 minutes behind scheduled, Mojo, so we're going to have to move this along. But you guys know Mojo. He's making his 7th appearance here at the Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce Gala. He even brought some Chaldeans with him. Joey and Slim, God bless you guys. We're glad you're doing a good job on the radio. Please welcome Mojo from Mojo in the Morning.
Stevie B, turn up Stevie B. Come on, everybody. Everybody get up. Dance, let's dance. Let's have a dance party. Come on. Come on, sir. Let's go. Dance party. Stevie B. Spring love. Bishop, stand up. Come on. Little spring love. Bishop. All right, okay. Good to see you. Bishop, I'm sorry. By the way, are the nuns here this year? That's it. The nuns didn't come? My pants are falling down. Holy cow. 1 year, were any of you guys here the year that the nuns were mad at me? It was a rough one. I went to 12 years of Catholic school. I have never gotten the looks that I got that night. So I promised to be on my best behavior. It's so nice to be here. I heard Martin did an amazing job last year. Give it up for Martin Mena, everybody. I couldn't be here last year. Terry from Shenandoah Country Club told me my dues were late and said that I couldn't come in here, so I had to take 1 year off. So Terry, my dues are up to date and everything's all good, right? I just want to tell you guys, there is no better community than the Chaldean community. And I love you guys so much. I not only believe in the Chaldean community so much, I hired 2 Chaldeans to be on our radio morning show with us. One of them is really a good worker. The other one is a big royal pain in my ass. But I love you, Slim. And I love you, Joey. And welcome the Kardashians who are here today, everybody. Stand up, guys. The Kardashians, Joey and Slim. Is that how it goes? Everybody, let's everybody. Do you see Bishop doing that? Bishop? You got it? Got it? We are really happy to have you here, and I know we're running late, but we do have a very distinguished guest that could not be with us today. So we decided that since they couldn't be here, instead of them just like doing a video or something like that, we were able to do a satellite hookup and be able to connect through a satellite phone. Unfortunately, he's doing some very, very hard work right now in his vacation home at Mar-a-Lago in Florida, and we would like to, is President Trump on a, can you hear President Trump?
Is this thing on? Thank you. Thank you. Mojo, thank you very much.
Give it up for our president, President Donald J. Trump.
Hello. Wow.
How are you?
What a tremendous crowd. I mean, I can't see them, but it sounds like millions of people.
A lot of people here. This is, by the way, Shenandoah Country Club, President Trump.
That's great. And I love the Chaldean people. They're great people. And I know they love my tax plan, Mojo. You know, my tax plan's great. We're making tax loopholes great again.
That's right. Right.
I want you to do something for me. Could you do this, Mojo?
Sure, President.
By applause, how many people like their tax cuts in this room? Huh?
How many people like their tax cuts? President Trump, lots of fans of your tax cuts.
I'm telling you, lots of people. You know, actually, come to think of it, Chaldeans are a lot like me. They don't pay any taxes.
Oh, come on, President Trump.
I love it. They're great.
President Trump, it's nice to have you, through this satellite phone that we have. Unfortunately, I wish you were here right now. You were supposed to be with us in West Bloomfield.
Well, I have to tell you, I almost didn't come for this reason, because after I read this article in, what is it called, the Chaldean News?
Yes.
Have you seen the Chaldean News, Mojo?
Absolutely, great newspaper.
This article was written by some guy named Mike Sarafa.
That's right.
Yeah. Sarafa did a hit piece on me. A hit piece.
Oh.
He called me a sociopath.
Wait.
Whatever the hell that means.
Oh.
Like, all I know is it's not true. It's fake news.
Wait.
You think CNN is bad. The Chaldean News is fake news, people. I'm sorry.
Well, now, President Trump, I know that you wanted to clear some things up. There's a lot of people in this community that voted for you, and then after they voted for you, you kind of turned on them a little bit.
Well, there's been a lot of confusion, frankly. And, I want to say, I sincerely want to apologize for the mess up with the immigration and customs people. They are the losers at ICE. I told them to round up the Mexicans only, not the Chaldeans.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right.
I love the Chaldean people. Chaldean meant for it to have. They're the best people.
Have you ever had Chaldean food at all?
It doesn't get any better than Chaldean food. I love that. What is it called? Kafta.
Kafta.
I love the
Hey, there you
delicious. I'm sending the recipe to my chef so he can make it here in Malaga.
Wow.
But, speaking of food, Rosie O'Donnell was supposed to be there tonight, I heard.
No.
But there wasn't enough food.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, really? They asked her on the invite if she'd like chicken, steak, or fish. She replied yes.
Oh, God.
Seriously, I really need to get over to Shenandoah. I hear that's a great country club.
It is. It's a beautiful country club.
Maybe I could go hit some balls with you, Mojo.
Absolutely.
Are there any board members there from Shenandoah?
Do we have any board members from Shenandoah Country Club here? We got a few, yes.
But do you guys know if it's for sale?
Wait.
I'm always looking for more properties to buy.
President Trump, real quick before we go on, because we have a big program that we got to get to. We're honoring some amazing people, including our Business Person of the Year, the amazing Renee Lacia Acho, who is here with us right now.
I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Renee Lacia Acho.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You know what? I hear she's very good. Great realtor. But in all honesty, I'm still probably the Business Person of the Year. No offense to that. Although she is tremendous, okay, I will tell you. I've seen her before, very attractive.
Well.
And when you think about it, Renee and I have a lot in common, Mojo.
What's that?
We both know a lot about real estate.
Yeah.
We're both very successful people. And we both have amazing hair.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, really.
Listen, Mr. President, I want to try to move this along if I can. We're also honoring the ACLU of Michigan tonight.
Yes, great organization.
Yes.
The Association of Conservative Libertarian Utopia.
No, the ACLU, sir. The American Civil Liberties Union.
Congratulations to them as well.
And we are honoring and paying tribute to the amazing Congressman Sandy Levin, who is here tonight with us.
Tremendous politician. In all fairness, I've known Sandy Levin to be an amazing, unbelievable public servant. And I'm proud to tell you that even with all the success Sandy has enjoyed, she has always remained so down to earth.
No, sir, Congressman
Whatever.
Sandy Levin, yes. I do hear, by the way, that you have somebody that is with you right now, another special guest that is with you.
Yes, would you like me to put him on?
Please, first,
right here
fast.
yes. With me.
Yeah.
Hello, Mojo. It's Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont.
Senator, how are you?
How are you?
What are you doing with President Trump? I didn't think you guys hung out on the weekends.
No, I'm trying to break bread here, and he invited me down for 18 holes, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, wow.
Not making any promises, but if we could bring this back to the Congressman for just a minute.
Yes, Sandy Levin is here with us.
I am very proud to call Sandy Levin my friend. He's a good friend. I remember when he and I were new to Congress, and we were roommates living on C Street together.
Yeah.
Would you believe that we only had one hairbrush between the two of us? One hairbrush. Somehow we made it work.
Oh my gosh. All right, well,
we go way back, Mojo. I remember we were the first friends when we were two idealistic young men who shared a common goal.
What was that goal?
And that was getting safely out of Egypt with the rest of the Israelites.
Oh my God, sir.
We did it, Sandy.
Well, listen, I'm sorry, but
everybody deserves to be recognized by the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce, not just the top 1%.
Okay. Well, listen, we're going to move on.
I'm sorry, he's hogging the mic, Mojo.
These people want to eat, sir, so can you please wrap this thing up?
That's right. You know what? We're going to build a big, beautiful wall around West Bloomfield Township. And all those rich people from Birmingham are going to pay for it.
That's right.
They're going to pay for it.
Are you here, sir? Where are you?
You know what? I'm right here.
I'm also here.
We're
both here, Mojo.
Can you come up here for a second?
Sure.
Look at this. The one and only. This is Eric from our show who does the voice impersonations for us. And I mean, there's one other dignitary that is here that wants to say something to Congressman Levin.
You know, it is hot back there. Hillary's not here.
Wait, former President Clinton, what do you think of all these beautiful Chaldean women here today?
It's a good thing that I was backstage and not out here.
Give it up for Eric, everybody. This is Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. When you said thank you, that was like a Trump, Bernie Sanders together.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Give it up for Eric one more time. And then let's move along since you guys are starving and the food right now is sitting underneath one of the warmers in the back. We want to welcome you guys here tonight. We want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you guys for taking the time. You all look beautiful. I couldn't get an appointment with any hairstylist in Birmingham today. It was every single woman in this room was getting their dues done or something like that. And you look fabulous. Guys, give it up for the beautiful Chaldean ladies that are here with us tonight. We would like to, if we can, we would like to recognize an unbelievable family that without them, this would not be possible. Tonight's event wouldn't be possible without the generous support of our great sponsors and our presenting sponsor, Superior Buick GMC Cadillac. Tonight, representing them is Mr. Preston Robin. Preston, come on up here for a second. And congratulations on the new dealership, the new Cadillac dealership.
Right down the street and around the corner, right here in your backyard. Superior Buick GMC Cadillac. Visit us in person on Michigan Avenue in Dearborn or on Columbia Avenue in Battle Creek. Or shop us online at superioronline.com and experience superior prices, superior selection, and superior people.
Good evening, everyone.
Your 2015, 2016, and 2017 Dealer of the Year.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of myself and my parents, Bass and Tanya Robin, the entire Superior Buick GMC, and newly added Superior Cadillac family, thank you for your generous support over the years. Because of you, we have been fortunate to support many Chaldean charities, as well as the Chaldean Community Foundation. It is truly a gift to us to be able to give back to our Chaldean community and make a difference in their lives. So thank you to the Chaldean Chamber, its members, and all of you for your steadfast support and generous recognition. Thank you.
Okay, well, you thought this was a bipartisan event where you got the ACLU in the room and then we have President Trump on the phone, but this truly is a bipartisan event. Tonight, we are recognizing some great people, and one of them is a man who has been steadfast in protecting the Chaldean community. I would like to welcome Congressman John Mullin, who represents Midland area, who is been one of the strongest advocates of protecting Iraqi Christians and helping them, especially with the deportation issue. Congressman, come on up here and say a few words.
Appreciate it. It's probably easier if you get close to it.
Well, thank you very much. And good evening, everyone, and really appreciate the opportunity to be with you this evening. You know, over the last year, I've had the privilege of working with Martin, Mena, and your community in every way that we can end this detention that's going on of Chaldeans. And Martin, I just want to say, and all joking aside, because he's a lot of fun, he has been a tireless advocate. And you could not ask for a better person to be on your side. You know, throughout America's history, millions of people have come to this country seeking refuge because they face religious persecution. And it goes to the core of American values to send people that have come here. It goes against the core of American values to send people who have come here, many for religious freedom, to a place where they may face religious persecution. And the members of the Chaldean community who are being detained have made contributions to our state and country. And I don't need to tell all of you, because many of you have friends, family who are experiencing this right now. They've raised families, started businesses, supported civic organizations, and have done so much to make a difference in this community and throughout our state of Michigan. And I, along with others in our congressional delegation, along with Martin, have met with officials from the Department of Homeland Security, ICE, the White House, and congressional leadership, and we've not yet received the outcome that we've worked for and prayed about. But we will not give up. This week, our delegation, in a bipartisan way in the House of Representatives, and many of those representatives are here today. You already heard from Brenda, and Sandy's being honored, and Mike Bishop, I understand, is here as well. Dave Trott, I mean, a whole bipartisan delegation introduced a resolution calling for the administration to end the detention of Chaldeans. Because religious freedom is a First Amendment right, and it's one of the freedoms that makes our country an exceptional country. That's why we want to do everything we can to protect freedom of religion for people who came to this country and have the dream of that freedom of religion. Our Michigan delegation, and I'm pleased to be with our Senator Stabenow here today, we're going to continue to work together with members of Congress from other states who share in this belief of the importance of religious liberty. And we will keep fighting for you, because no one deserves to be deported to a place where they may face violent persecution for their faith. And we will continue to pray for those who are still detained, for their families as they go through this trial. And we just want you to know that we stand with you. So thank you for inviting me. May God bless you, and may God bless all of your families.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Congressman Mullin, give it up one more time, please. The food has come out. We heard it, right? It's here. And before we move on with the rest of the program and give away some great honors tonight, I would like to bring up Bishop Ibrahim to say a blessing for us so that you can eat while everything goes on and your food doesn't get cold. So Bishop, come on up here. Do we play Spring Love for the Bishop too, or no? What do we play for the Bishop? You have music for the Bishop? Oh, there you go. I love it, Bishop. Good to see you, sir. Thank you.
It is really very hard to change the channel TV from Mojo to Bishop Ibrahim. But we try. I think all we are very happy to be here this evening. We are honored as Chaldeans to have all those distinguished guests. When Mojo was speaking, I said, maybe we are in the Congress of the United States and not in the Shenandoah Country Club. But since we are all happy, it's the same in the Congress of the United States or in the Shenandoah. So we are going to bless our food. Lord, we ask you to bless this gathering. Bless us all. We are here. Bless our families. Bless our distinguished guests and give them wisdom to help and support the Chaldean community and the Chaldean Foundation. On behalf of all of you, we are grateful to the board, president and board members of the Chaldean Foundation and Chaldean Chamber of Commerce. We thank you for this gathering, and we ask you, Lord, to bless our food and to give food to those they have none. We thank you for everything, and we thank you for Mojo too.
Bishop, come on down the stairs. Want to go down the stairs over here? Okay. Bishop, there's two guys sitting right behind you, Slim and Joey. Will you put a blessing on them that they find a wife tonight? We're trying to help these guys. It's tough. And tell Bishop, Slim gave up Bumble for Lent, and he hasn't been on it since. Do you know what Bumble is, sir? Slim, explain what Bumble is to the bishop. I would like to, all right, just because we had a little jokey joke doesn't mean you can get on your phones or talk too much. This isn't a Chaldean wedding here. We're eating before 10 o'clock, everybody. Give it up for, there's a lot of that. I would like to, right now, bring up one of my best buddies in the world, one of my favorite Chaldeans, and a man who helped put everything together tonight. Many of you know and you love him, and nobody loves him more than me. I would like to bring up Mr. Paul Jonah, everybody. Mr. Paul Jonah, Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce and attorney with Hoffman.
Thank you. In the interest of time, thank you all for coming here tonight. Martin has told me that I have to make up for some time. So if you're a board member, a past board member, or a past chairman, Saad and Frank, and I saw you tonight, please stand and be recognized. I just want to let everybody know that these are the people that are protecting your rights and are fighting for your businesses and making sure that everybody here is represented. I want to thank you all, especially in a time where facts are not exactly facts. I want to give you two facts. Over 20,000 businesses are owned in Southeast Michigan by Chaldeans. Oh yeah, clap. The Chaldean community contributes over $11 billion annually to the Michigan economy. $11 billion. We will continue to be active in all of our businesses. And this year alone at the Chaldean Foundation, I want to thank Martin and his team there because they've done an unbelievable job there representing people who don't have anybody to speak for them. These are people who will never be in a room, never have anybody speak for them. And over 30,000 of them will be represented this year by the Chaldean Foundation. And I'll introduce this video here. Please watch this video and learning more about the foundation. Please continue to be involved. We need you, and they need you more than we do. Thank you so much.
As much as you try to explain what goes on here, I don't think people really understand it until they actually come here.
Since 2007, some 30,000 Chaldean Iraqi refugees have made their way to Southeast Michigan, and so we open an office really to provide services for them.
Even the word refugee, people don't understand it. You know, every refugee is an immigrant, but not every immigrant is a refugee. So they don't really understand the people that sit in those chairs.
Just today, I was in a meeting to approve a loan for one of our clients. The discussion was about how This family had to escape Iraq in the dead of night because they were being followed by insurgents, that their husband was killed because he was a Christian.
Imagine extremists enter your home and tell you they are taking your daughters, and you choose to shoot your daughters instead because you feel death is better than what would have been done to them. This was their reality.
These discussions with clients really put things in perspective. How do we help the...
We'll host job fairs on site here to be able to assist them with that.
Once we find them a job, the next part of that is the Chaldean Loan Fund. The loan fund really focuses on transportation to and from work. So once we are able to get them a position that they have the skill set, we'll help them purchase a car. We have more than $500,000 in loans outstanding currently over the course of the last 6 or 7 years. We've never had one bad loan.
We also offer citizenship prep classes and computer learning classes and immigration services.
One thing that we're most proud of is more than 15% of the people walking through our doors now are non-Chaldean.
We also really wanted to address the needs of those in our community that had special needs. So we have programs specifically for those that have visual impairments and that are hard of hearing.
Project Asmuta, which means healing in our community, is allowing free access to health care to Chaldean physicians. We'll soon be unveiling plans to expand the site. We'll be adding 18,000 square feet to provide more programs and services, mainly for those with developmental disabilities. We're almost tripling the size of the current footprint that we have for the organization. The people that are receiving the most reward is us, because of the fact that we know that we're putting them on the right path. At the end of the day, it's about clients who are coming back and letting us know their English is improved. They come back and they celebrate that they become a citizen. They come back and show us the car that they've been able to purchase.
I mean, there isn't anything greater than that. Just seeing them acculturate and knowing that you were part of that.
Let's give it up for the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce, Martin, and the board and everybody that's here. You guys do an amazing job. And honestly, they do a great job, but they couldn't do it if it wasn't for all the hardworking Chaldean men and women in this room. So thank you guys so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, folks, it's time for us to bring up all of our honored guests that are here tonight that are going to be receiving awards. We're going to start off with a special tribute to our beloved Congressman, Senator Levin. Senator Levin has led efforts to help out the Chaldean community that have been at risk of deportation and have served people in Michigan for nearly 50 years. Please direct your attention to the screen. We put together a nice piece about Congressman Levin.
Congressman Senator Levin has had a relationship with the Chaldean community for decades.
I began to represent parts of Oakland County where there's a substantial Chaldean population. That was in the mid-60s. In fact, I knew some of the clergy more than almost anybody in the Chaldean community because many people don't go back 50 years. I've had the privilege of doing so. And also I think there's a bonding, a sense of strong community, the way I grew up in the Jewish community, in the Chaldean community, and it was just so natural.
He reminds me of Clark Kent from Superman, because on the outside, he's very meek, humble, mild, but inside he's very powerful. I don't know if you realize this. This man received his degree from the University of Chicago, one of the most prestigious universities in America. Then he received his master's from Columbia University that only takes the smartest people. 3, he got his law degree from Harvard Law School, which is regarded as the preeminent law school in America. There are very few people walking the face of the United States that can have those kinds of credentials. It is unbelievable, and yet here you have one of the most humble men you'll ever meet.
Those superpowers went into play as soon as Congressman Levin heard about the Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents detaining Chaldeans to be deported.
They came from families, and they reported regularly. They came here in most cases when they were kids. And as one of them said to me when I visited those who were at Youngstown, he said, "I'm an American." And I just found it unpardonable that people were picked up out of the blue, and they had been here, constructive citizens, some that had committed an offense, in many cases long before they paid the price. Very few of them were violent. They married, had kids. As far as we can determine, of the 110 or so who were picked up, those who have children, every single one of the children is an American citizen.
Ron Atcho has known the Levin family for more than 40 years.
They are our first family of public servants in Michigan. They have done so much for the people of Detroit, the people of Southeast Michigan, and the people of the whole state.
Supported by other members of Congress, Levin filed an amicus brief with the 6th Court of Appeals in support of the plaintiffs. The brief outlines several examples of detainee stories showing their long-standing ties to the U.S. and Michigan, including the lead petitioner, Sam Hamama, whose wife was Congressman Levin's guest at the State of the Union address. Sam is among more than 100 Iraqi Christians from Michigan arrested and detained in 2017 by ICE. The Congressman's position on the issue and his years of support to the Chaldeans prompted the Chaldean Chamber of Commerce to offer this special recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to stand right now as we honor with our special tribute recipient award, Congressman Sandy Levin.
We're gonna do a quick photo, sir.
Yeah, I'll keep it. Well, you can imagine the emotion. It's so great that I won't try to tell a joke. You've already tried and failed. I don't want to say. You know, I accept this award on behalf of all of us in public service. My brother and everybody who's here. People can ask, why do you run for public office? I can give no more supreme example than fighting for justice for the Chaldeans who were picked up, I think, totally inappropriately by the United States government. And so that's why we run for office, and I know it's a substantial number of us, but I'd like everyone here who has served in public office in one way or another, we're here as a tribute to you to please stand, everybody who's held public office. Look, it's been said that our family goes back a long ways with the community, and it's true. It goes back into the 60s, and then into the 80s when the bishop came here. And you came here when I was elected to Congress. And we both have seen this community just develop to become part and parcel of America.
So I want to tell very briefly 2 stories. I did go to Youngstown, and I met 6 people picked just at random. And one of them said this to me: I came here as a kid. I married. I have children. I reported religiously to ICE, so they knew where I was. They picked me up, and they sent me to Youngstown. I want everybody to know I've worked hard. In every respect, I paid my dues. And I want everybody to know what is true of all of us here. He said to me, I am an American. I am an American. And he said to me, I've done well enough. They can put me on a plane and take me to Baghdad. I can afford to buy transportation. The trouble is, I have no place to go. I have no place to go. And where are they going to send me? Back to danger? And the second, I had the privilege with Martin to get to know the Hamala family, the Hamala family. And so Mrs. Hamala and I came to Washington together. And I said to her, will you come to the State of the Union? And that's what she did. And then when her husband finally was released, Sam was finally released, Martin and I had the privilege of going to their house when he came back home. And so I accept this award not only on behalf of my family, but also on behalf of their family and all of those who were detained. We're fighting for their freedom. So I would like, accepting this on behalf of my family and theirs, to ask their family and mine to all come up here now and accept this award. Sam, his family, my son Andy, my wife Pamela, my daughter-in-law Mary, and my grandson. Sam, where's all of your family? They're coming. Okay. Sam, come right here.
Thank you for
I just, I'm not sure I can, you hold it. I just want to close. The photographer's saying he can't shoot. I know. I just want to finish by saying one thing briefly. As you look at us, we're sending a message to everybody in this country, from the person who is most higher up to all of the citizens who sometimes have doubts about the benefits of immigration. My grandmother came here when she was 15 years old on a boat, speaking no English, knowing that it was likely she would never see her parents again. That was well over 100 years ago. And so this is a message to everybody in this country. These two families are one family, and the United States of America must once again become one family of all of us.
Give it up for the Hamamas and Congressman Levin. All right, we will move forward. That was very moving. We're going to move forward now to honor our Humanitarian of the Year. The ACLU of Michigan has led efforts to stop deportation of more than 1,400 Iraqi nationals. I ask you to direct your attention to the screen to learn more about what the ACLU has been doing for the Chaldean community.
The immigration debate has put veterans of the Chaldean community in the spotlight, with more than 1,400 Iraqi nationals now facing deportation after living here for years.
In the summer of 2017, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, known as ICE, rounded up Iraqi nationals throughout Metro Detroit. The American Civil Liberties Union of Michigan, known as the ACLU, immediately stepped in.
So when we heard that the administration was rounding up people with no notice about to put them on planes to send them to a country where they could be persecuted, tortured, or even killed, it really struck at the core of what we at the ACLU stand for, and really also at the core of what we as Americans stand for, which is that we have to protect people, we have to give them due process.
United States District Judge Mark Goldsmith issued a preliminary injunction stopping the deportations and buying those with orders of removal extra time. And what initially only included 114 Iraqi nationals from Michigan now includes more than 1,000 across the nation. While in detention, it was difficult for the ACLU to communicate with the detainees. However, most have had bond hearings, including Sam Hamama.
The team that worked on this did a great job, and without them, we would not be sitting here right now.
The case has been fast and furious.
It's a lot of people. It's moving incredibly quickly. The stakes are incredibly high because really there's so much at stake for these families, for these individuals. There's so many lives on the line.
I think the biggest challenge is that it's going on in so many places at once. So this case is being litigated in the district court in Detroit. It's being litigated in the Court of Appeals in Cincinnati. It's being litigated in immigration courts all over the country. It's being litigated in the Board of Immigration Appeals, which is the appellate administrative tribunal. And for some people who lose at that Board of Immigration Appeals, it's being litigated in their circuit courts, their federal circuit courts. So it's not even, I've just counted to 5, but that's 5 levels of court. Right? The number of courts that are actually involved in this case, if you count the immigration courts, is in the dozens.
With actual lives hanging in the balance, this deportation crisis has proven a massive issue. Sam Hamama said without the ACLU, he is certain he would have been deported within the first 12 days of being detained.
Tireless hours. I understand that they would actually start as early as 4 o'clock in the morning on some days, and keep going until 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And also my understanding is this is all because of a passion they have, not because of money or recognition.
It is for their efforts that the Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce is honoring the ACLU with the 2018 Humanitarian of the Year Award.
I want to thank Margot, Miriam, and Mike and all the other volunteers that helped. When I say volunteers, what I mean is all other lawyers that worked on this case for tirelessly, for hours and hours of hard work and dedication. People like that deserve an honor and should be honored. Very nice.
Our Humanitarian of the Year, the ACLU of Michigan, and to accept the award is Mariam Ackerman. Mariam Ackerman is the Senior Staff Attorney with the ACLU.
Thank you so much. The Hamama case is about fairness, or what we lawyers and the Constitution call due process. It is viciously unfair for ICE to round people up who have lived here for decades, who've built families, won businesses, have a community, and to try to immediately deport them to a country where they face persecution, torture, or even death, without so much as a chance to at least have a judge look at their case. It is brutally unfair for ICE to lock up your fathers, brothers, and friends, and then throw away the key. No one should be behind bars, much less locked up for months or years without a reason. The Hamama case is also about fighting back to protect fairness. We didn't know in those first dark days in June whether there was any way at all to save the families being torn apart. But we knew we had to try. And to fight back, you need a whole community. We would not be here tonight, and hundreds of those you love would not still be in the United States of America tonight if we did not stand together and fight together. There are almost as many people working on the Hamama case as there are present in this room tonight. There are a lot of people working on the Hamama case. And I can't thank all of them, or really any of them by name tonight, but I do want to just say thank you so much to Code Legal Aid, who's working with the families on the ground, Miller Canfield, incredible law firm who has taken this the sprint that has turned out to be a sprint-paced marathon, and just done incredible work. The Michigan Immigrant Rights Center and the International Refugee Assistance Project for their unfailing expertise and wise counsel, and to my colleagues at the ACLU, including our incredible Margot Schlanger, our cooperating attorney, for her amazing work. To the Community Foundation, whose incredible support for our experts has been so critical in immigration court, to the many, many immigration attorneys who are fighting each of these individual cases in immigration court, and I should say are winning. We have won over 90% of the cases at the initial immigration motion to reopen level, which is just an incredible rate of success. Thank you, all of you, as the community here tonight, for fighting, for speaking out, for demonstrating, and for giving us the privilege of representing you. You have entrusted us with the thing you care about the most, the future and indeed the lives of those you love. Most of all, though, I want to thank our amazing clients who have shown such courage in the face of what can feel like insurmountable odds. You have kept fighting even when you wake up. Even when you wake up, Sam, behind bars day after day, never knowing for sure whether ICE will come into your cell, take you away from your family, and send you to a country where you might be killed. That is bravery. Sam, Ibrahim, your family, you are here with us tonight. There are hundreds of other families who are not, but all of you are fighting so hard. You are our heroes. Our fight is not over. Today, this afternoon, a couple of hours ago, we filed briefs in the Court of Appeals arguing that Judge Goldsmith was actually correct when he said that you can't lock people up and throw away the key. We're also arguing, we're going to be in court in Cincinnati in a week and a half, arguing that the government's position was wrong. The government is saying...
Can you guys please be quiet? Everybody please be quiet. This is very, very important stuff. These are people fighting for our families right now.
Thanks. And it's so we're going to be in Cincinnati in a week and a half, where we're going to be saying that Judge Goldsmith was correct to say that ICE can't lock people up and throw away the key, and that he was correct to say that those planes could not leave the tarmac until people had a chance to be seen and be heard in immigration court. We can't... We can't predict how this case will come out, but we can tell you that we will work night and day to keep your loved ones here in America and to bring them home to their families where they belong. On behalf of the ACLU, thank you so much for this incredible honor.
Our Humanitarians of the Year, the ACLU, Marion, thank you so much. If you can stay here for 1 second and come to the center, I'm going to bring up the state of Michigan, and Representative Pesco here is going to tell you what he's got.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all of your hard work. There are a lot of things that we in our state and state legislatures sometimes don't have the ability to do, so we rely on association like yours, Code Legal, the rest, Jackie, Miller Canfield, and our congressional leaders in Washington to work together to fight for the community. And on behalf of myself and all of my colleagues in the Michigan State House and State Senate and the Governor's Office, I want to offer you a special tribute. Congratulations, and keep up the good work.
These guys are part of it.
Take a picture, you guys all right there.
Sam's wrapping up his stuff.
Come on up. Hold up.
Thank you so much.
Here, come on, hold on to that. Come on, there. On their end. Come on. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay, it is time now to honor our Business Person of the Year. Please roll the tape. Renee's amazing, everybody.
She is a real estate powerhouse, but that was not always the case. Renee Lacia Acho used to be a teacher. It was an accidental career transition. She and a fellow teacher, both their families, were looking for new homes.
I started designing for her and drawing out kitchen sketches and so forth. And she said to me, how do you know how to do that? And I said, well, I learned growing up from my uncle Ron Jonas. So every summer, in between school through high school and college, I worked for Ron in his architectural firm and learned the trade sort of by accident. Just he taught me how to read plans and draw to scale, and My family, of course, is in building and design. So just being around the industry, I found a talent or a skill set that I didn't realize I had.
Renee started to do specs in Birmingham, which led her to becoming a real estate assistant. As a new mom, she wanted more time at home and started to dabble more in real estate with the intent of going back to teaching, but soon realized she had a skill set missing in the marketplace.
I was able to let builders know from the beginning and help them on a consulting basis to design and develop these homes and then turn around and sell them rather than hiring an agent at the end where maybe they'd be missing some of the hot points of the market.
It did not take long for Renee to come out as an industry leader. She's been a top producer for years and often ranked in the top 1% of realtors nationally.
She's unbelievably knowledgeable about the market, and that's kind of a prerequisite for any successful real estate agent. But I think what truly sets her apart is the ability to read people, to understand what they want, to make a deal, to salvage a deal, to find a deal, and it is so effective. And I've seen it firsthand so many times that I think that is really what sets her apart.
She is a natural innovator. She always says, if it's not broken, break it, meaning she continues to push the envelope with things. She challenges herself no matter what aspect of the business it's in, and that's why she's the best.
Renee has also guided the creation of Keller Williams luxury brand in Birmingham and opened KW Domain. In a little more than 18 months, the real estate brokerage has expanded to more than 120 agents, becoming one of the largest brokerages in the area.
She's really truly self-made. She's built an unbelievable reputation and team, and now she's stepped into an ownership role, which was the natural next step for her.
Renee has been acknowledged by the Wall Street Journal and Crane's Detroit Business. She's also received honors such as the 2013 Entrepreneur of the Year. With an industry as fluid as real estate, Renee prides herself on being able to stay on top of trends in an effort to provide her absolute best to clients.
Renee winning this award as a female, as a woman leader in this community really is just a culmination of her whole entire path, from getting into a good school to leaving teaching when it might have been risky. And so I think that being rewarded for taking those risks is why this award is important.
I hope Brenda will slow down and take time to enjoy this acknowledgement because it's big. It is a reflection of everything that she's done. Not just done for her family and done for her team, but how that overflows and impacts her community.
For Renee, a big part of her success is creating balance.
I think that is a more unique issue for women than it is for men, in that we often feel that we're being pulled. If you're not with the family, there's sometimes a sense of guilt, or if you're at the office, there's a sense of being pulled from multiple directions and often feeling like you're a jack of all trades but perhaps a master of none. And my advice for any women going into any type of business or industry is to really be mindful of that and understand that you can have it all, but you don't have to do it all.
It is for these successes that Renee has been chosen to be honored as the Business Person of the Year by the Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce.
It's my honor to present to you tonight our Business Person of the Year, Renee Lacia Acho. Clint also has a great honor from the state of Michigan for you.
Thank you. Thanks, Renee, for all of your hard work. On behalf of myself, Senator Arlen Meekhoff and Mike Koval, Speaker Tom Leonard, and Lieutenant Governor Brian Calley, congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Don't make me come up here and tell you to be quiet again. Thank you. Bishop, you and I walking around this room, we're gonna we'll talk with some people, okay?
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you, Mojo. Thank you to my friends, my family. thank you to the Chaldean Chamber and to the board for this incredible honor. It really did come as a surprise, especially considering there are so many incredible and deserving business people in our community. So when Martin called me, it took me a few minutes to figure out whether or not he was being serious. But for those of us who know Martin, that's not always easy to do. Apparently he was serious because I'm standing here right now. And I am grateful and truly humbled to be considered a female business leader in this community. So thank you. The truth is, this honor is not mine alone. There have been so many important people that have contributed to my success, and they are why I stand here today. It is these people, my village, that has taught me how to find my own keys to success. And they are opportunity and inspiration. I've learned that opportunity is not just about recognizing it, but seizing it and having the courage to run with it. It was my curiosity and willingness to take risks that has led me on this incredible adventure. And along the way, I've been fortunate enough to be inspired by so many. To me, the most inspirational people are those that share a common philosophy, that success is not necessarily measured just in dollars and cents. It's not so much what you have, but what you have done that defines you. They transformed their success into a legacy. I believe that our community was founded on this principle. I was raised on stories of Chaldean families, your families, that shared their homes, their resources, their knowledge, their ability, and what they had to help build and create opportunities for other people and inspire as they went along. I am so proud to be a part of that. When I started my journey, I went to college to be a teacher. I never took a marketing class or a finance class. The truth is, I have no formal business education. But the best lesson I ever learned was to be honest, to be fair, and to be ethical in everything you do. That lesson and life lesson came from my very favorite professor, my dad. Growing up, my dad had very few rules, but those he had, his children followed. First and foremost, education, education, education. We knew we needed to study hard and get good grades because all four of us were to attend the University of Michigan. No pressure, but no discussion. Fortunately, none of us had to find out what would happen if we didn't get in, and today stand as proud Wolverines. But the reality is, I learned later it wasn't just about the diploma that was important to him. It was the empowerment that it provided, the knowledge, the opportunity, and the independence that it afforded, especially for his girls. Even today, he is intent on making sure that his daughters know every opportunity they have. No matter how unpopular that approach may be to some, he didn't care. He has never let us lose sight of our hopes and dreams. Dad, you will always be my most cherished advisor and my greatest professor. I love you. My mother's philosophy for success begins and ends with family. It is her firm belief that family always comes first. Growing up, I can hear her quote Jackie Kennedy 1,000 times, who said, "If you blunder in raising your children, no other success in life will really matter." She has led with an unwavering devotion and commitment to her children, to her grandchildren, to her family, making sure that we have no need that is ever unmet or sacrificed. Mom, you are the epitome of motherhood to me. You are my right hand and my best friend. I can only hope that my children will feel the love from me that I have always felt from you. I thank you and I love you. My husband, Michael, who we like to refer to as the producer of The Renee Show. Trust me, it's not a fun production. Most days it could make a reality TV show look really boring. But regardless, whatever opportunity or dream or anything else that I try to strive for, he has always been there to encourage me, to support me, and to guide me through it. I would not have wanted to be on this journey without him. Michael, 22 years later, you are an amazing husband, an incredible father to our 3 children, 10 houses, 3 businesses, 2 career changes later. It's been amazing. I thank you and I love you. I also have to mention a very special person, someone who is no longer with us, but yet continues to inspire me every day. It is my grandfather, Manuel Jonah. Manny J might not be sitting in this room tonight, but I know that he is smiling from above, most likely with a really great cocktail in hand. He too was a real estate broker, and I know would be so proud to see his oldest granddaughter standing here tonight receiving this award. So Baba, cheers. I miss you and I love you. And finally, to my children, Alex, Raquel, and Jenna. I wish for you the blessings that I have been given. An incredible village to guide, support, and encourage you throughout your entire life. I hope to lead by example so that you too will feel the empowerment to seize your opportunities and inspire to do more, to achieve more, and to give more to those around you. You are my greatest gift and my very, very proudest accomplishment, and you always will be. Again, I am truly grateful to be here tonight. I am truly honored for this award. I thank you. My village thanks you. God bless and good night.
Yeah, you gotta get your award. That, and don't forget this. Can you want me to hear
Okay.
it over here?
Okay. I know.
Give it up for Renee and Michael, the best looking couple in America. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And their kids, all the kids, you guys are great. You had to sit through all this tonight. You're amazing kids. My kids would be complaining, say they want to be at home playing Fortnite. All right, I think we're almost done. But guess what? Martin just told me that we're serving cocktails till 11. I thought this place had no rules. Can't we go past 11? Where'd Martin go? There you are. Okay, we got some thank yous. Martin, let's talk about, come on up here with me. Be my co-host, be my Spike. You're taller than him, but be my Spike. We have a bunch of goodies that we're going to be serving.
I'll take it from here, sir.
All right.
Okay. We want to thank our friends for the premium cocktails. We have gourmet coffee, Wild Bill's tobacco cigars, Pop Daddy popcorn, Country Fresh ice cream, Donut Bar donuts, Tutti Frutti desserts, Shenandoah baklava, edible arrangements, fruits. Bar is open till 11. I want to thank our gold sponsors, Comerica Bank, Country Fresh, DT Energy, the Ford Motor Company, all of our silver sponsors, and bronze sponsors, which are on page 36 and 37. Our staff led by Sarah, Lisa, Sanat, and Alex. And thank you all for coming. And how about a big round of applause for Mojo tonight for all the great work. And again, our presenting sponsor, Superior Buick GMC Cadillac. Make it a great night. Hang around, enjoy the rest of the night. My beautiful wife, Tamara.